Good evening to London. I'll start my session. So in the last session, we discussed about the concept of identity and access management, how we had to create the users, and also we discussed identity and access management, how to create groups. On the group, how we are adding the users, how to delete the users, and how we are attaching the policies. Those concepts we discussed in the last session. Now, in this session, we are going to discuss some other concept, that is in identity and access management, custom policies, how we have to create your own policies, how to implement your own policies. That's we are discussed in IAM custom policies. And also we are discussed identity and access management, password policies, password policies. And one more concept also we are discussing, multi-factor authentication. This multi-factor authentication I am discussed for root user, and also I discussed for IAM users. IAM users. These three concepts one by one we have to discuss. First, I'll discuss with custom policies. How we had to create your own policies in IAM. That's I am discussing. For that, first I had to open my AWS account. Click on Management Console. Sign into the console. I am entering to the root user. I enter the email ID and the password. Sign in. Recently visited services are showing here in my account. Now I am creating your own policies. That is the custom policies I am creating. How we had to create the custom policies is, you have to go for identity and access management. That is on services, we had to choose identity and access management. Click on that. Here on left side, under the access management, policies option is there. Go to policies option. Here right side top, we have create policy option is there. Click on create policy. Click on create policy. Here on select service, we had to choose the IAM, and actions allowed, that is all we had to choose, all IAM actions we had to choose. Other than that, we had to choose the IAM actions, all IAM actions, we had to choose it. We had to select policy is IAM, we had to choose it. Policy is IAM, we had to choose it. And then we had to select the actions. That is on resources, on actions. Here we had to select the specified one, or what we had to specify. That is, we can select the resources. Option is there. Here we had to select all actions if you want that, or otherwise if you want to select the particular one, we can select access level. I am selecting list user. For reading, scroll down. Here I am selecting, you may choose as per your requirement. You may choose it as per your requirement. That is get user policy, right? In right also, we can choose the policies, whatever that, or we can leave it. Or get the management policy as per your that, you can choose it. The resources I am selecting all. Or if you want to specify, we can select the specified one also, right? I am creating all. Click on the next option. And then I am create policy. You have to create the policy name. The policy name I am given as, with my name I am given. That is, the policy name is Sheshadri policy I am given. Right? The description is optional. Permissions denied in this policy is IAM. Scroll down. Click on create policy. The policy is created. Our custom policy is created. If you want to doubt, in earlier it is not created. See that Sheshadri policy, now it is created. The policy is created, right? Those are the steps we had to follow to create the custom policies. Now, the custom policies I had to use in the users. Now I am creating the user. Click on add users. Username I am given as user1. Till now there is no users. Whatever I am created in the last session, all the users I am deleted. Put the tick mark here. Here we have to choose, I want to create IAM user. We have to choose the console password. Custom password we have to choose it. The custom password I am chosen as user @123 I am chosen. Whatever, if you want that, you can use anyone. See that this is the password I am given. User @123. Scroll down. Here, user must create new password at next signing. Are you recommended? I am not recommending this option. You have to remove the tick mark. Click on next. Okay. Now, we had to attach the policies directly. You may give the set the permissions options which are available, add user to group, or copy permission, or you may attach policies directly. Here, whatever I am creating in the last session groups, those groups I am deleted. I am not copy permissions from others. I am attached the policies directly. That's why permissions option I am chosen attach policies directly. Now, here in permissions policy, in the search box, you have to type my name, that is Sheshadri policy is there. Click on that one, scroll down, click on next, scroll down, create user, and returns to users list. Click on continue. See that the user is created. For this user, I am creating the custom policies. I am creating. Like that, we had to create your own policies. Whatever you are created the policies, those policies also we had to apply. to the users, to the groups. Those are the steps we have to follow for creating the custom policies. For creating the custom policies. Those are the PPT's steps also I have mentioned. Same as it is. If you want to sign into the user account, we can sign in as per in the last session I am discussed. Right? Now, those are the steps we have to follow for the custom policy. See that? Go to Identity and Access Management, click on Policies option, click on Create Policy, select the IAM service. We have to select the action, select resources as all resources. If you want to give the tags for easy identification, we can give the tags also. Click on Next Review, and we have to enter the name of the policy. That's I am given my name, policy I am given, Sheshadri policy, and then click on Create Policy. With our custom policy, I am creating the user. That is, create user using our own policy. We can log in with your user also. Whatever I am discussed in the last session, we have to follow that, right? Those are the steps we had to follow for creating the custom policies. For creating the custom policies. Now I am deleting this one. Select the user. Click on delete. Here we have to type the user one. Delete. IAM user is deleted. If you want to delete your policies, your custom policy, go for the policies. Whatever you are created the custom policy, that policy we have to choose that one. Here, actions are there. Click on that. Delete. Here we have to type it. To confirm deletion, enter the policy name in the text input field. This is the policy name I am created. This is the custom policy I am created. This is the name. Copy and paste it here. Delete. The custom policy is deleted. Those are the steps we have to follow for creating the custom policies. For creating the custom policies. Next. This is about the custom policy. Next, the another concept we are going to discuss, identity and access management, password policies. Password policies. For that, what are the steps we had to follow? What are the steps we had to follow? That is where password policy. Password policy. The default password policy, we are not providing the rules and regulations. That is how we had to change the password policies. That is, we had to discuss in IAM password policies. IAM password policies. First, I have to go to the slides. AWS. See that? Those are the steps. Password policy. We can set custom password policy on our AWS account to specify complexity requirement and mandatory rotation periods for your IAM user passwords using the password policy. The IAM password policy, it does not apply to the AWS account root user password. Cannot apply for the AWS root user, right? The password policy we had to apply for IAM users only. IAM users only. The default password policy, the default password policy for IAM users, if an administrator does not set custom password policy, IAM user passwords must meet the default AWS password policy, right? The IAM user password, they must meet the default AWS password policy. The default password policy, the following conditions say minimum password length of 8 characters, maximum password length, you give 128 characters. Minimum of 3 of the following mixing characters we have to provide. The mixing characters are uppercase letter, lowercase letter, numbers, and the special symbols. Special symbols. The minimum of 3 of the mix of the character style. Uppercase letter, lowercase, numbers, and the special symbols. And the special symbols. Not to be identical, the password you are given, not to be identical to your AWS account name or the email ID. Or the email ID. Those are default password policy for IAM users. For IAM users. Now, now, password policy, custom password policy, those are the rules we have to follow. Now, you go for the practical. You have to go to IAM. You have to click on account settings. Now, I go for the IAM. I go for the IAM. I had to open this one. I had to go for in services option IAM. We had to choose it. IAM. We had to choose it. Here on left side under access management, account setting option is there. Account setting option is there. Click on that. Click on the account setting option. Here, password policy. See that this AWS account uses the following custom password policy. Password minimum length 8 characters. Password strength require at least one lower letter from the Latin alphabets. Require at least one number. Require at least one non-alpha numeric character. Right? Those are the following custom password policy. The AWS uses the following custom password policy. The password strength, we had to follow those rules. Password strength, we had to follow those rules. How we had to provide the password policies? We had to go to IAM on left side, access management. Under the access management, you choose account setting. Then the screen is appear like that. Here we had to choose the edit option. Edit option. See that? Password policy, IAM default, or password, your own password, rules you are framing. If you want that, we can choose custom. We can choose custom. In earlier, we observed that for creating IAM users, I am given the username is user1 and the password I am given user @123 I am given. That is lowercase letter, special symbol, and the numeric. Combination of lowercase letter, special symbol, numerics I am given. Now, and also, what is the length of this password? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The password length 8 I am given. Password length 8 I am given. Now I am changing the password policy. Password policy, that is 9 characters I am given. 9 characters I am given. And also password strength requires at least one uppercase letter. We have to use it. Require at least one lowercase letter. We have to use it. Require at least one number. We have to use it. Require at least one non-alpha numeric character. We have to use it. The special symbols we have to use it. Click on Save Changes. Click on Save Changes. See here. Set Custom. Set Custom. Right now, I am going to create the users. Right now, there is no users are there. I am creating the user one and I am deleted. Now, I am creating the user. Click on add users. The user name I am given, the user one. Put the tick mark, provide user access to the AWS Management Console. Here we have to choose the option. I want to create IAM user. Here we have to choose the custom password. See that whatever the password policies I am written, I am chosen, those are there. Must be at least 9 characters length. Must include at least one uppercase letter. Must include at least one lowercase letter. Must include at least one number. Must include at least one non-alpha numeric character. Alphanumeric character. Suppose if I am given the password is user @123, I am given. See that this is the password I am given. For the user one. For user one, I am given the password is user @123, I am given. Now, I have to remove the tick mark this one. That is users must create new password at the next sign in. I am removing that one. Click on next option. What happened? It is showing the error message. See that the red color is showing. Red color is showing. The password you entered does not conform to the account password policy. Password policy you are setting. The minimum characters length is 9. And also, it must include one uppercase letter. Here, whatever you are given the password, the uppercase is not there. And the password length is 8. Password length is 8. Here, the minimum password length I am setting 9. 9 I am setting. Now, I have to change the password. Uppercase I am given. 8 characters length. Now I am adding one more. Now see that it is accepting. Click on next option. Right? Here, set the permissions. Add user to group. Copy permissions. Attach policies directly. You have to set the permissions. I am chosen attach policies directly. Here, I am given for this user EC2 full access permission I am given. And type it and press enter in your keyboard. Press enter in your keyboard. Then it is showing this option. Amazon EC2 full access. Put the tick mark. Click on next option. Click on create user. Return to users list. Click on continue. The user is created. The user is created. If you want to open using IAM user, you need the account ID. This is my account ID. I copy this one. The password I am given, capital user, capital U, small s, small e, small r, @123 4 I am given. Now, I have to open my AWS using IAM users. Using IAM user. Here, we have to click on AWS Management Console. We have to open another browser, not the same browser. If you are using the same browser, that is closed. Sign into the console. See that if you want to sign in the root user, sign in using root user. Then we have to enter the email address and the password. If you want to sign in AWS using the IAM user, we can choose IAM user. Then it is asking account ID, 12 digits are asking. You have to enter 12 digits account ID. This is my 12 digits account ID. Copy and paste it here. Click on next option. I'm given the username is this one. small letter, capital U, just small U. User 1 I am given. This is the user 1 I am given. And the password, I am given the password is this one. Password is this one. Copy and paste it. Click on sign in. That is with my IAM user, I am signing to the AWS. Here it is providing only EC2 service. That's I am given. If you want to create in this IAM user, buckets if you want to create, you can't create the buckets. I am not given the permission for this IAM user. See that? Click on bucket. See here. You don't have permissions to list buckets. After you or your AWS administrator have uploaded your permissions to allow S3, then only it is working. I am given for this user EC2 permission only. Okay. If you want to do the work that is for launching the instance, to apply the load balancing concept or to apply the auto scaling concept, we have to practice in this user. That's nothing problem at all. That is only EC2 related work only we have to do. Okay. That's we have to set the custom password. I have to sign out. I have to sign out. Okay. Now come to here. Come to here. How I want to change my custom password policy. That is 9 characters length I am given. The default is password length is 8 characters. Now I want to change the policy again, not the 9 characters, the default 8 characters length I am using. That is under access management, choose account settings, click on edit option. Here, instead of 9 characters, you have to give 8 characters. You have to remove the tick mark here, not the uppercase is required. Then click on save changes. Those are the default one. Click on save changes. Set custom. Those are the steps we have to follow for password policy. Now I am delete the user. Under the access management, you have to choose the user, select the user, delete. You have to type the username is user1. Delete. The user1 is deleted. Those are the steps we have to follow. See here. Those are the steps we have to follow for password policy. Now, we come to the another concept. AWS multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication. What is the use of this multi-factor authentication? This multi-factor authentication. That is, multi-factor authentication is a simple best practice that add extra layer of protection on top of your username and the password. That is, for your username and password, if we are using multi-factor authentication, it is providing the extra protection for the root user and also your IAM users. It is providing extra layer of protection on top of your username and the password. On your root account also, it is providing additional layer of the security. Additional layer of protection is providing. We can enable multi-factor authentication for AWS root account also. For AWS root account. And this multi-factor authentication, we have to apply for IAM users also. That's why I'm saying the point. The multi-factor authentication, you apply for IAM users, you apply for root account also. Root account also, right? For this, that is virtual multi-factor authentication devices. Those are different tools we are using. Google Authenticator, that is Authy two-factor authentication. Due Mobile, LastPass Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator are used. Out of these, I am using this is the tool I am using. This is in my mobile. I installed this app, that is Authy app I am installed to apply multi-factor authentication for my AWS root user and also IAM user. I download in my mobile Authy app I am downloading. That is for providing additional layer of security for my AWS root user, for my AWS IAM users. I am downloaded this app, Authy. That is in your Android mobile, go to the Play Store and we have to type it, this one. This app we have to download it and we have to install in your mobile. The Authy app we have to install it. Right. Now, come to the practical. That is, first I had to explain how we had to apply multi-factor authentication for root user, how we had to apply multi-factor authentication for IAM users. For IAM users. Here, in your AWS account, root user, top side, top, you have to click on this one. Here, select security credentials. First, I am applying for the root user. Scroll down. Here, observe that multi-factor authentication is there. Multi-factor authentication option is there. Till now, I am not applying multi-factor authentication. Assign MFA. Assign MFA device. Here, I am chosen the device name. My name I am given. Maximum 128 characters. We have to use alphanumeric and the symbols we are using. Scroll down. Here I am selecting this one, authenticator app, or you may select the security key or hardware TOTP token. We have to use it. I am selecting authenticator app. I am selecting. Scroll down. Click on next. See that we have to install compatible applications such as Google Authenticator, Due Mobile, or Authy app on your mobile device or the computer. That's the first step. You have to set up your authenticator app. To apply this multi-factor authentication, first we have to install in your mobile. This app we have to install. Then the second step, you have to open in your mobile. You are installed the Authy app. You have to open that one. In your mobile. Click on plus symbol. Then it is asking scan QR code. Here is there. You can click on scan QR code. You have to scan it using your mobile. Right. Then in your mobile, click on save option. Then we have to enter within 1 minute. After the 1 minute, the message authentication code we have to enter 500454. Wait for 1 minute. Another message authentication code is came after 1 minute. You have to fill 2 consecutive codes from your message authentication code. This is one message authentication code I am entering. Wait. Now I received the another code. This is the another code I am receiving. Click on add message authentication code. I apply message authentication code to my AWS account. Root user I am applying. Root user I am applying. Okay, fine. Fine. Now I close this my AWS root account, sign out. And earlier it is not asking message authentication code. Now I have to sign into my root account. Click on management console. Sign into the console. Now I am chosen sign in root user. I have to enter the email ID. Click on next. I have to enter the password. Click on sign in. See here. Message authentication code is asking. In earlier it is not asking. In earlier it is not asking. We have to enter. We have to enter the message authentication code. I enter the message authentication code I received to my mobile number, that is 795175, and submit it. Then it is open your AWS root account. Means the multi-factor authentication, it is providing the additional layer of protection to your AWS root user, and also it is providing additional layer of protection to your AWS IAM users also. Now I am applying the multi-factor authentication to my AWS root account. I am applying. Before that, we had to install in your mobile, in your Android mobile or in your iOS mobile, we had to install the app. We had to install the app, and then we had to scan it, scan the QR code. Right. This is I am applying. Now, how to remove this multi-factor authentication code? You have to open your root account. You have to click on at the top side. Go to the security credentials. Right. Wait. Scroll down. Here we had to choose this one. Device type is virtual. Select this. Here, remove option is there. Click on remove. Remove. Now I removed multi-factor authentication to my AWS root account. Right. Now I sign out this my AWS root account. Again, sign into the console. I am signing to my AWS root user. I entered my user email ID. Click on next. I have to enter the password. Sign in. See here, now it is not asking. Why? Because I am removing the multi-factor authentication in my AWS root account. Those are the steps we had to follow to apply multi-factor authentication in my AWS root account. Now, I told that multi-factor authentication, we had to apply to your root user, and also we had to apply to your IAM users. I explained very clearly to apply multi-factor authentication for the root user. Now I want to explain multi-factor authentication I am applying for IAM users. How we have to apply? That is, you have to open your root user, click on services, you have to select IAM user, right. Now scroll down. Here in this account setting, there is no option for multi-factor authentication. Identity providers also no option is there. For IAM users, what are the steps we have to follow? Just we can refer this one, the PPTs. That is, what are the steps which are representing to apply multi-factor authentication for IAM users? First step, we have to go to, we have to create IAM users. Before that, see that. Okay. First, we have to create IAM users. Click on the username, and then we go to security credentials, right? First, I have to create the IAM user. There is no option is there. There is no option is there for user groups. No multi-factor authentication. In users, no multi-factor authentication. In roles, no multi-factor authentication. Where I apply the multi-factor authentication for IAM users. First, we had to create the IAM user. Click on add user. I am creating the user name is user1 I am creating. The tick mark. Now we have to choose I want to create IAM user. Select custom password. I am selecting a password. User @123 I am given. See that this is my password for user. User @123. This is the password I am given. I can remove this one. I am not recommended. That is, user must create new password at the next sign in. I can remove this one. Scroll down. Click on next. Okay. I'll set the permission. Permissions options there. Add user to a group. Copy permissions or attach policies directly. I am choosing the permissions option, attach policies directly. Now, for this user one, I am creating S3 full access permission I am given. Click on this one, scroll down, click on next, click on create user, click on return to users list, click on continue. The user one is created. User one is created. Then have to open the user. Open the user. Right. Now in the user one, below the tabs are there. Permissions tab is there. Groups tag is there. Tags tab is there. Security credentials are there. Access advisors are there. You have to choose the option security credentials. Under the security credential, scroll down. Multi-factor authentication option is there. We have to assign multi-factor authentication for this IAM user. Click on assign multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication. You have to choose, select the multi-factor authentication device, authenticator app I am using. Click on next. Yes, we have to give the name. That is, I am given Abhi I am given. Scroll down. Click on next option. Now, we have to open your mobile, the app we have to open. And already I apply multi-factor authentication first time for my AWS root user. Now we are applying multi-factor authentication for IAM users. For that, on the top side, the three dots are there. If you are open your app in your mobile, top side three dots are there. We can click on that. Add account option is there. Now, here in your laptop, in your AWS IAM user, we can click on the QR, scan the QR code. In your mobile also scan QR code, open it. It is scanned. Click on in your mobile save option. Now see that we have to enter MFA code. I received in my mobile the MFA code is 212825. Wait for 1 minute. I have to receive another MFA code after 1 minute. See that we have to fill in 2 consecutive codes from your MFA device. Wait. I have received another code 696580. Click on add MFA. In my IAM user, I am adding multi-factor authentication. Right. Now I have to open private browser. Another browser we have to open. Try to log into the sign-in management console. Sign into the console. I am signing to the IAM user. You have to enter the 12 digits of your AWS account. This is my 12 digits of my account. Enter. I have to enter the username is user1 I am given. The password is user@123. Click on sign in. See that in earlier it is not asking for IAM user multi-factor authentication code. Now it is asking. Now I have to enter while seeing my mobile in the app. That is, this is the code I have entered. This is the code I am entered. The 6-digit code I am entered. Submit it. Now it is open. The IAM user one is open. Means the multi-factor authentication, it is providing additional layer of protection to your AWS accounts. That is multi-factor authentication, it is providing the additional layer of protection for your AWS root account, for your AWS IAM users. That is the use for your multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication. If you want to sign out for this IAM user, right click on that on the top side, sign out. Sign out. Now go to the root account, that open that. Now I want to remove in my IAM user multi-factor authentication code. How we have to remove? Here on your AWS root account, services, under the services we have to choose identity and access management. Here, you have to open your user, open your username, scroll down. You have to choose the tab security credentials, scroll down. Here, multi-factor authentication. You have to choose this one and click on remove option. Click on remove. I am remove for my IAM user, the name user1, I am removed multi-factor authentication. Now we have to open to the private browser, sign into the console. Have to enter with your IAM user. You have to enter the 12 digits of your AWS account. This is my 12 digits. The username is user1. Password is user@123. Sign in. See that now it is not asking. I am removing multi-factor authentication in my AWS account. I am user1. I removed. Means the multi-factor authentication, it is providing the additional layer of protection to your AWS root account, and also it is providing additional layer of protection for your AWS IAM users also. IAM users also. Those are the concepts. That's about the multi-factor authentication. So in this session, I explained very clearly custom policies, how we have got to create the custom policies, how we apply the custom policies to your IAM users. And also I explained the password policies. We have to set the password policies in your own way. That's I am applied. And also in this session, I explain multi-factor authentication. The multi-factor authentication, it is providing additional layer of security, additional layer of protection for your AWS root account, and also it is providing additional layer of protection for your AWS IAM users also. Individually, it is providing, right? Those are the concepts I discussed in this session. In the next session, we are discussing some more features for the identity and access management we are discussed. Any queries? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. I can sign out this. Before that, I had to remove this IAM user also. User, select the user, delete. User one, right? User one is deleted. Any queries now? Raise your hand. No? Okay. Okay, thank you. I can stop the recording.